channel. I am not going to lie, this is my third take for this video because every time I feel like my hair looks terrible, I don't like what I'm saying, the camera seems off, the lighting seems off, I just don't know if this video is meant to be or not. So, take 3. I'd like to thank everybody for coming back to my video, to my channel, everybody who subscribed and who liked it. It means a lot to me. Everybody who everybody who followed me on Instagram or social media or anything, I mean, that means the world to me just because you're supporting me. To all the girls and the guys that commented back, even the funny one, it just gives me the confidence to move forward and do another video. So the title says Motivation, Self-Image, Confidence. I'm also going to be talking about some relationships and how relationships go into these 3 big parts. So if you have any questions about that at the end or during, just hit me up in the comments down below. To talk about this topic because I have struggled with confidence, self-image, and motivation before, also with relationships. So I think this is very personal for me, and then I feel like I can relate to you even better if I've gone through it myself. So the first thing on the thing to talk about is motivation, how I stay motivated. If you look back at my blog, it just came out in the end of August, and it's live for, what, 2.5 months now, and I've been pushing it really hard. I will continue to push it. It's my baby, so to speak. I'm trying to get it out there as much as I can. I've been contacting some businesses to not advertise, but to take me under their wing and to help me get started as well, just to really release this blog into something that it can be, and that I want it to be. So that's my blog, Motivation. So I started it back in May, and I wanted to have it done in June. Well, it turned out that starting your own business as it's been called, is that it takes a while, and you have to understand every aspect and every ratio and money and how you advertise and everything, and that you can make a profit and that it can be right when you make a profit. So it took me a little bit. I had to go through a couple mentors to find the right one for me, and because I'm personally funding my own website, I did not have the resources to pay for somebody to create my own website, therefore I had to create it by myself. Therefore it took too much time, or not too much, therefore it took forever until I found the right person to help me, and without her, I could not be doing this where I am, because she really helped me do everything. She told me what to buy, what not to buy, how much money I should be spending as a high school student, and it just really means the world to me, and I have a new understanding for people who are starting their own business and need all this help, because it takes a lot of work, and congrats to you, kudos to you. So I set a goal of having it done by the end of summer for the first week of public school. For those of you who don't know, I'm in I said Charter in the last take. Cyber Charter School. It's out of Downingtown, it's online, and I take online classes, pretty much like, I guess, like college classes, but it's high school. It's different. I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of it. If you have any questions about it, comment down below or message me and I'll answer them. So my big dream was to have it out by the end of August. I got it done, and how I celebrated was I treated myself, and that's another thing. If you have a goal and you meet it, then I think you should treat yourself because you worked hard to get that. If that means you're going to go get your hair done, or your nails, or you're going to go out with a girlfriend to the movies, or you're going to go get a cup of coffee, or you're going to do something, I think you should do it because you did something that means the world to you, and you set that goal and you reached it. So that's just another thing I have. The last thing related, or not the last thing, the second to last thing would be dream big. So how I dream big is I follow a ton of accounts of big, huge bloggers and vloggers and YouTubers, and just to name a couple, Tammy Hembrow, Reese Hawkins, Allegra Shaw, Emily Hembrow, Hannah Polite, are just a few people, Alexandra Garza. These are just a few people that I love, and if you're interested, go check them out. I'm subscribed to all of them. If you go to my homepage, you'll see them, and then it'll bring you a direct link to them. I really like their videos. They're inspiring me to do better, bigger things, and that's what's keeping me going. So my big dream is to have as many followers as they do within the next couple of years. Crossing my fingers. So that is how I dream big. And the last thing in motivation is stay happy. If you're not motivated, if you're not staying happy, then you're definitely not motivated to set your goals and to do your goals and to go outside and exercise and to eat healthy and stuff. So my big thing was to stay happy, stay motivated, to go right hand in hand. It's just the little things. For example, my boyfriend and I, we go out and get a carton of sherbet rainbow and eat it because that makes us happy, and it's something that we can bond over, and it's something that it's just so stupid and little, but it takes $5, like not even, to get a carton of ice cream and just eat it. So that's how I stay happy when I'm trying to work through all the stressors of my life. Next thing I have is self-image. So ask yourself, the first thing if you're struggling with self-image to do is, are you happy with yourself? Are you happy with what you look like? Are you happy with how you are like presenting yourself to the world? Do you think that you can change that? Do you think you should? Do you think you should improve it? And just run all these questions through your head, and while you're like secretly answering them while you're watching this video, maybe after you're done with this video, write them down. My nose is like really itchy. Anyway, somebody might be talking about me. So, or is that your ears? I don't know. Anyways, take a piece of paper, write all of the good things on one side and all the bad things on the other, and look at the things, and you know, maybe your good list is this big and your bad thing is this, or your bad list is this big. What matters in the end is that you switch them and it goes more like that. I started doing this a couple years ago when I realized that I wasn't happy with how I was presenting myself to the world and how I felt about myself. And now you can look at my bad list and there's 0 things on it, because week by week I would challenge myself to improve something. And if you don't know how to improve that, message me or look it up or go to Pinterest or make a visualization board. I did, and that has made me such a stronger person inside that I feel like I can do better things now. So that would be another thing. And I would come back to it every week and edit it. If the one thing on your thing was, I don't like how I dress, well, once a week, how I used to do is I wasn't happy with how I was dressing. I felt like I was dressing too normal and too average. Well, I started changing my wardrobe, and now I wear things that people are like, oh my god, that's so different. Like, that's a compliment for me. I don't want to look like every other girl or guy walking down the street. I want to have my own pizzazz about my outfits, and I want to like experiment with new things. And so I started doing that, and I started getting compliments. And it feels good, not just to get a compliment, but to feel like you're doing something different in the world and you're putting your own like fingerprint. It makes you feel better. So just one thing is changing your outfit. Changing that from your bad list to your good list is a milestone. So, good job. Next thing on my list would be confidence. I guess I have to say I struggle with confidence. I was in a really strong relationship for a number of years, and when the relationship ended and we parted our ways, I felt like I had no confidence left. I felt like I couldn't go on. I felt like everything had ended, like I was just left behind. They didn't care about me. I didn't want to get up in the morning. I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to dress. I didn't want to look good. And it really took a toll on my confidence, and I realized that I only had confidence when I was with that other person, and that I didn't build a strong foundation for myself while I was with them. And I understand now that without having your own foundation by yourself, you're never going to have a good foundation with somebody else and be able to share your feelings in your relationships and be able to grow. If I was not in that relationship, I never would have found that out, and I'm thankful for every relationship that I've ever been in, even though they weren't maybe the best ones. They really helped me, and they provided me with some needed examples that I needed in this tough time of high school. Without talking too much about that, it's just to make sure that you know that like it's better to self-build yourself before you get into a relationship. It's better to do that before you put your confidence in somebody else. You should never do that. You should always have your confidence, I think, in you, only in you, because you're the only one that can have confidence. I don't think somebody else can give you their confidence or their motivation or their self-image. So yeah, that's kind of a wrap-up of my video. I really hope this does help everybody. If you have any questions, or if you think like a friend is in need, not so much in need, but like maybe you want some advice on some things that I would talk about, send it to them, or have them check out this video and comment below, like and subscribe. That's always a good one. Or go to my social media and get in contact with me somehow, and I would love to mentor and help you girls and guys out as much as I can. I'm here for you, and I love doing this stuff. As long as like you guys are getting something out of it, I feel like I'm doing my job well. And I like doing this, and for everybody that requested this video, I appreciate it.